Well, hello, you're connected to JC's Online English School. How are you? Good afternoon from Madrid, Spain. I'm broadcasting live. This is an online class number 12 already. Okay, level B2, which is upper intermediate. Okay, so once again, you are connected to JC's Online English School. My name is JC, and this is online class number 12 related to level B2, which is upper intermediate. Okay, today we're going to talk about, once again, about phrasal verbs. Okay, and today's verb is none other than take. Okay, as you know, take is an irregular verb. Okay, the conjugation is take, took, taken. All right, and today we're going to create sentences with this phrasal verb. Okay, let me make sure I have a good connection. I think I do, but just to make sure. Okay, yes, we do. We have a good connection. All right, so let's get started. All right, so once again, welcome to JC's Online English School. It's always a pleasure for me to be here Monday through Friday. Remember that every day I broadcast a different level. Mondays I broadcast level A1, Tuesdays A2, Wednesdays B1, Thursdays like today B2, and last but not least Friday level C1. So I'll be back tomorrow with level C1. So welcome to JC's Online English School. Okay, remember the different English levels that I just mentioned. A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2, beginner, elementary, intermediate, upper intermediate, advanced, and proficiency. Okay, those are the different English levels there are. There are 6 of them. And today is Thursday, so therefore I broadcast a lesson about the upper intermediate level. Okay, phrasal verbs related to take. All right. But first and foremost, today's date. Okay, remember these are online classes. They are live. I'm broadcasting once again from Madrid, Spain, the capital of the country. It's 4:15 here in the afternoon, and the weather is great today. Yeah, it's very sunny. It's not cold. It's not hot. It's just a perfect day. Okay, so in British English on the right hand side in blue color, today is Thursday, the 19th of November, 2020. Okay, now British. Okay, today is Thursday, November 19th, 2020. Hello, Chris, how are you? Okay. Chris says, do you put sugar in your cup of joe? I don't like sugar too much, but no, I don't. Thank you for your comment. All right. Thank you, Chris, for being there. Thank you for connecting. Very good. Very good. Let's see what else do we have for today. Okay. Today we have an expression as usual. Okay. We usually have an expression every day in every level. And today's expression for level B2 upper intermediate is the following. A tough cookie. A tough cookie. You pronounce T-A-F. A tough cookie. That means somebody who is strong enough to deal with difficult situations. Okay, some people are tough cookies, some people are not. So a tough cookie, once again, is a person or somebody who is strong enough to deal with difficult situations. Okay, let me give you some examples. My grandmother raised 6 kids on her own. Wow, she was a tough cookie. Yeah, she was to raise 6 of them. Yeah. Okay, example number 2. She can overcome any problem in life because she's a tough cookie. Good for her. Okay, example number 3. He is a fighter and a survivor. In other words, a tough cookie. And example number 4. Don't worry about me. I'm a tough cookie. I'll be fine. All right, good luck. Okay. So once again, a tough cookie is somebody or someone who is strong enough to deal with difficult situations. Okay. Do you know any tough cookies? Do you have any friends or any relatives who are tough cookies? The JC, the English teacher, is a tough cookie. Well, I don't know. I don't think anybody's a tough cookie in every situation or circumstance. But sometimes we are, sometimes we're not. So anyway, so JC is not a tough cookie all the time. Sometimes he is, sometimes he's not. Okay, so let's continue with some vocabulary. Okay, also in every lesson, we have vocabulary words. Okay, so to increase our vocabulary, to enrich it. Okay, let's take a look at some descriptive words. And let's concentrate first of all on the column on the left with large. Some other words to say large. Okay, you could say big, colossal, enormous, gigantic, huge, massive, substantial, and tremendous. Okay, so those are synonyms of large. Okay, let me read them again. Big, colossal, enormous, gigantic, huge, massive, substantial, and tremendous. All right. Now, in terms of fast, here are the winners, the synonyms. Okay. Accelerated, active, agile, brisk, nimble, quick, speedy, and swift. Okay. Hello, Gustavo. How are you? All right. Gustavo is with us today together with Chris. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. All right. So, once again, synonyms of fast: accelerated, active, agile, brisk, nimble, quick, speedy, and swift. All right. Now, in terms of said, which is the past and the past participle of the verb say, which is a regular verb, we have the winners are asked, called, exclaimed, remarked, replied, responded, stated, and told. Okay, so those are very, very similar words to the word said. Once again, asked, called, exclaimed, remarked, replied, responded, stated, and told. Okay, and last but not least, we have synonyms for the word hard. Here we go. Challenging, complicated, demanding, grueling, puzzling, rigid, tough, like tough cookie, and tricky. Okay, once again, synonyms for hard: challenging, complicated, demanding, grueling, puzzling, rigid, tough, and tricky. Okay, all right. So there you go. There you have some descriptive words related to large, fast, said, and hard. I hope they will help your vocabulary, okay, to make it bigger. Okay, now let's move on. What else do I have for you? Oh, yes. Today we're going to see the difference between remember and remind, okay? Remember and remind. They are very confusing for most people. I don't know why. They're not confusing for me, but I don't know. Most of my students have problems when using these two words. Okay, let's begin with remember. Okay, this is a regular verb, okay? The conjugation is remember, remembered, remembered. Okay, so ending in ed for the past as well as for the past participle. Okay, Gustavo is doing is terrific. Well, thank you. Good for you. Congratulations. All right, so remember. Okay, you use the word remember, the verb remember, to have something in your mind from the past. In other words, to remember something. For example, I remember seeing her at Joe's house. Yeah, she looked lovely. So I remember seeing her at Joe's house. Okay. When do you also use the verb remember? To bring a past event back into your mind. In other words, to remember something, think of something, or recall something. For instance, I'm trying to remember where I put my umbrella. I don't know where I put it. I'm trying to remember where I left my mobile phone or my cellular phone. I don't know where to put it. So yes, remember. So once again, remember to have something in your mind from the past or to bring a past event back into your mind. Okay. So that one is not hard. All right. Now the difficulty comes when we have the word or the verb remind. Remind is also a regular verb. Okay. And the conjugation is remind, reminded, reminded with an ed ending in the past and the past participle. Okay, now this one is used slightly differently, and it is used to cause somebody to remember somebody or something. Okay, so remind somebody of something or of something or somebody. Sorry. For example, yeah, you remind me of my father. Yeah, you look so much alike. You remind me of my father. Okay. Or this actor reminds me of my teacher. Okay, for example. All right. You also use remind to say something to help a person remember to do something. For example, to remind somebody of or about something. Remind somebody to do something. For example, I'm glad you reminded me about the meeting. Yeah, because I didn't remember. Thank God you reminded me. Hey, I'm calling you to remind you that you have to pay me. Don't forget. Or the last example could be remind me to fold Mary, otherwise I'll forget. So remind always has a pronoun right after it. Pronoun or a noun. Remind Susan to study English. Okay, and remember doesn't. Okay. However, there is an exception. There is an exception. If you say remember me with a pronoun, that is an exception. And that means when I'm not here, just remember me. Okay. But again, that is an exception. Normally, remember doesn't have a noun or a pronoun, but remind does. Okay. So remember me when I'm not teaching anymore. Okay, so there you have it. Remember versus remind. Remind, most of the times, if not all, has a noun or a pronoun right after it. Okay, whereas remember doesn't, except in the case of remember me when I'm gone. Okay, now let's see what else we have here. Okay, more vocabulary. All right, I'm going to teach you some other ways to say other words similar to the one that we had a couple of screens before. So, some other ways to say nice. Nice is a very common word. Everybody uses it. Okay, this is nice, that is nice, the class is nice, this person is nice. Okay, so you could say nice or enjoyable, pleasurable, thoughtful, courteous, lovely, likable, pleasing, gracious, congenial, cordial, admirable, and considerate. Okay, so there are a few words. Very, very similar to nice. Other ways you can say the word nice. Once again, enjoyable, pleasurable, thoughtful, courteous, lovely, likable, pleasing, gracious, congenial, cordial, admirable, and considerate. Okay. So you, my dear students, are very, how can I say, you're enjoyable, yes, because it's a joy for me to teach you Monday through Friday. Okay, so you guys are enjoyable. All right, let's take a look at other ways to say another very, very, very common word that everybody uses all the time, and it's none other than the word good. Okay, it's an adjective together with nice, both of them are adjectives. And with good, we have excellent. Okay, amazing, wonderful, pleasant, marvelous, exceptional, fantastic, super, outstanding, terrific, splendid, and stupendous. Okay, now let me read them again. For good, we have excellent, amazing, wonderful, pleasant, marvelous, exceptional, fantastic, super, outstanding, terrific, splendid, and stupendous. Okay, so there you have words for nice, other words, other ways to say nice and good. Okay, so don't forget, giving you a lot of vocabulary for today. Now, something to consider. This one is a new section that I'm bringing to this level, something that we didn't have in the past. Okay, Gustavo says, can I say you're very cordial? Yes, yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. So, yes, so are you. You're very cordial too. Yes, of course you can say that. It's a good one. You're very cordial. Yes. It's very formal. If you say that, it's kind of formal. So I like it. I'm a formal guy. You know me. Okay, so let's start this section. Something to consider. And here we go. For today's section is habits that drain your energy. You run out of energy that drain your energy. Okay, for instance, overthinking. Don't think too much about it. Just don't think too much about it, or otherwise you will lose your energy. Okay, so overthinking will drain your energy. Another thing that will drain your energy or our energy, I include myself, is inconsistent sleeping patterns, okay, or patterns. If we don't sleep well, if we're using our mobile phone all the time before we go to bed, in other words, inconsistent sleeping patterns, that can drain our energy as well. What about the third one? Eating junk food. Yeah, I don't eat junk food most of the times. I don't, so that is not my case. But I know many people do. So please be aware that eating junk food will drain your energy as well as inconsistent sleeping patterns and overthinking. In other words, to think too much. Okay, another thing is living in the past. So many people are living in the past. They're thinking about what happened in the past. Normally bad things. And well, that will drain your energy as well. So don't think too much about the past, unless they are good memories, of course. And of course, being around negative people. Boah, I don't like that. I've met a lot in my life, and I hate being around negative people. Try to avoid it as much as you can. Awesome. Yes, you're an awesome teacher, for example, Gustavo. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, awesome. It could be for things or for people. Okay, or for situations as well. Yeah, things, people. So yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, wow, this house is awesome. This is gorgeous. Awesome. Yes. Okay, no problem, no problem, no problem. That's okay. Gustavo, you can ask whatever you want. I hope I know the answers. I don't know everything, but but awesome is fine. Yeah, awesome is a good word. I like that one too. Yeah. Oh, this girl is awesome. Can be used for people as well. So there you have it. Habits that drain your energy. Once again, overthinking, inconsistent sleeping patterns, eating junk food, living in the past, and negative people. Okay, try to avoid those things or those habits as much as you can, and I include myself. Okay, let's try to do that to avoid them as much as we can. All right, sometimes it's kind of impossible, but Okay, so let's continue with phrasal verbs, today's topic rather. Let's start with today's topic, which is phrasal verbs with the verb take. Okay, remember, as I said at the beginning, take is an irregular verb, and the conjugation is take, took, taken. Okay, take, took, taken. Here we go. So, and we're going to study 8 of them. Okay, there are more, but I selected these 8, and then we're going to do a short exercise. Okay, after this. Now, the first one is take up. Take up means to begin a new hobby, okay? Whether it's reading, cycling, exercising, whatever. So to take up means to begin a new hobby. For example, I'm not very good at basketball, and I'm not because I'm kind of short, but I'm not very good at basketball. I only took it up recently. Okay. So you started it recently. You began playing basketball recently. So I only took it up recently. Okay. Good luck. Take off. Take off. That is used for planes to begin flight. Okay, to begin flight, for instance, the plane will take off in 2 hours. The plane will take off in 2 hours. All right, so they use that. They can also use take off to remove your clothes. For example, you're hot, you say, I'm going to take off my jacket. But in this case, let's consider as for airplanes, okay? For airplanes to begin flight. Take in. Take in means to comprehend or to understand something, okay? To comprehend, to understand something. For example, I didn't take in much of what the teacher said. You're missing the word what here. I didn't take in much of what the teacher said. Oh, maybe you weren't paying attention. Maybe the teacher didn't explain it correctly. I don't know. Now, next one, take over. Take over. This one is easy. To take over means to get control, to gain control, to get control. For example, the firm was badly in need of restructuring when he took over. When the new president, took control or got control of the company. So once again, the firm was badly in need of restructuring when he took over. So take over to get control. Next one, take out. Take out. This one is easy. Take out means to remove something from a place. Okay, you put it somewhere else. You remove it from where it is, and you put it somewhere else. Okay, so for instance, the dentist has to take out his tooth. Okay, remove the tooth. So the dentist has to take out his tooth. Okay, because it is damaging the others. Okay, take after. I like this one. Take after. Take after means to resemble somebody in appearance, okay, or sometimes in personality. Okay, sometimes you don't know because you say she takes after her mother, what, personality or physical? I would say this is more in terms of personality rather than appearance because in appearance there is another one which is called to look like, okay? So to resemble somebody rather than in appearance, I would say more in personality. So she takes after her mother, okay, so they're very much alike, all right. Uh, Gustavo says, I didn't, I did take in much of the what? Okay, good, good, good. So you're putting into practice the phrasal verbs that I'm using here with the verb take. Okay, good, 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 Gustavo, you're learning. Good, good. Okay, number one, next one, blue color. Take on. To take on means to accept job or responsibility. Okay, that means to take on. To take on. All right. Take on means to accept a job or responsibility. For instance, don't take on more responsibilities that you can handle. Not a good idea. Don't take on more responsibilities than you can handle. Okay, be careful with that. So to take on means to accept a job or a responsibility. And the last one is to take down. That is easy. To write down on a paper. Okay. To write down, for example, I can take down the messages that come in. No problem. I have a good pen. I have a notebook and I can take down the messages that come in. Okay, so once again, take up, begin a new hobby. Take off to begin a flight. Take in to comprehend something. Take over to get control. Take out to remove something from a place. Take after to resemble somebody rather than appearance, more in terms of personality. Take on to accept a job of responsibility. And last but not least, to take down. So there are 8 of them, only 8. There are more, but I selected only these 8. And we're going to do a very short exercise to put them into practice. Okay, are you ready for it? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It says, exercise, write the correct preposition and form meaningful sentences with take up, take off, take in, take over, take out, take after, take on, and take down. All right. Hello, Mario. How are you? Long time no see, man. Where have you been? We haven't seen you lately, but welcome back. Welcome back, Mario. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. Okay, so we're talking about phrasal verbs using the verb take. Mario, remember take, took, taken. You need to know the conjugation because you need to apply it in some of the sentences or to apply it to some of the sentences. Okay, so don't forget. For instance, I'm going to do the first one for you. Our firm was by our rival. So in this case, we need to use the past participle, and the sentence becomes, our firm was taken over by our rival. Okay, our firm was taken over by our rival. That's why it's very, very important to know the conjugation of take. Take, took, taken. I'll repeat one more time. Okay, so number two. Better late than never. Yes, better late than never. Thank you, Mario. Yes, better late than never. It's better late than never. Okay, so number two. Number two. The students the lecture. The students the lecture. Okay. All right. So this one is what? Which one is the correct preposition? Okay, all right, the correct verb and preposition. The students, the lecture. Okay. The correct answer is for this one, number two. Don't forget to write a number. Number two. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. The students, anybody? Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. The students wrote down, took down the lecture. All right. The students took down the lecture. All right. That is number two. All right, number three. Sam has. Oh, you can take down the poems, really? Okay, Chris, that's nice. You like poetry? Okay, very good, very good. Okay, we have a poet with us today. All right. I personally don't like poetry. No offense, Chris, but I don't like poetry. I'm not a poet, but if you are, okay, no problem. We respect everybody's opinion. Okay. So number three, Sam has jogging. He likes it. Okay, this is a new hobby. Don't forget, this is a new hobby. So Sam has, okay, remember it's the present perfect with has. Therefore, you need to use the past participle of the verb take, which is taken, okay? So this one is easy, and it becomes Sam has taken up jogging. Okay, why? Because he likes it. Okay. So Mario is still there. Okay. Gustavo is still there. Good. So Sam has taken up jogging. He likes it. Okay. Better late than never. Better late than never for Mario. Okay, set number four. The plane. Oh, you know this one. The plane on time. This one is easy. The plane on time. All right. This one becomes the plane took off on time. Okay, to leave the ground. The plane took off on time. Ah, you know, Mario. Okay, to be or not to be. Yes, Gustavo. Yes, but you have to. Well, if you can use number four in the present, but if you use it in the present, you need the s in the verb. So the plane takes off on time. The plane will take off on time. The plane took off on time. You can use different verb tenses here. I selected the past, but you can use the present as well. So no problem. Okay, so number five. It was difficult to all he said. Yeah, you can say that one, Mario. The plane takes off. Fine. In the present, it's fine. I use it in the past, but you can use it in the present. You can say it once again. We're talking about number four. The plane takes off on time, or the plane took off on time. Doesn't matter. Present or past. Doesn't matter. Okay, so number five. It was difficult to all he said. It was difficult to all he said. So the correct answer is take, of course. For number five, it was difficult to take all he said. Do you remember the correct preposition here? It was difficult to take all he said. And the winner is to take in, to absorb, to understand everything he said. So it was difficult to take in all he said. And number six, please, the trash before the house starts to smell. Oh, that's a good idea. Please take the trash before the house starts to smell. All right, so what is the correct preposition here? When you move one thing from one place and you put it in another place, the correct preposition is please take the trash before the house starts to smell, and the winner is take out. Okay, the preposition in this case is take out. So, please take out the trash before the house starts to smell. Okay, it's a good idea. Just please do that. Please do that. Okay, number 7. Our company, new workers. Our company, new workers. Okay, so the correct one is our company, because there are two words, new workers. And the winner is, I selected in the past. You can also say our company is taking on, will take on, takes on new workers all the time, or simply in the past, our company took on new workers. Okay, so both of them are, the three of them are correct. The tense is indifferent, but the phrasal verb is to take on, accepts. Okay, accepts, hires new workers. And the last one. Remember when you are similar to your father in terms of personality, or your mother, in this case your father, you say he takes, because it's third person, don't forget the S, he takes after his father. I take after my father, by the way. I take after my father. My brother takes after his our mother, but I take after our dad. Yes. So let me read them again. Number 1, our firm was taken over by our rival. Number 2, the students took down the lecture. Number 3, Sam has taken up jogging. He likes it. I don't. Number 4, the plane took off on time. Strange. Number 5, it was difficult to take in all he said. Yes, because he spoke fast. Number 6, please take out the trash before the house starts to smell. Number 7, our company took on new workers. And the last one, number 8, he takes after his father. Okay, Gustavo, who do you take after, your father or your mother? Chris, same question. Mario, same question. Who do you guys take after, your father or your mother? In my case, I take after my dad. Okay, in terms of personality, I repeat, because look like is more physical, but this is personality. So, yes, I take after my dad. All right. So, let's see what else we have while you answer the question. Around the world, remember we've been talking about different cities and the different, the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think. We started with Madrid, and then we talked about London, and today is New York's time. Okay, so for those of you who joined the video yesterday, you already saw it. So, country, the United States of America. Elevation above sea level, only 10 meters. 10 meters or 33 feet. Okay, the area you can see both in square miles as well as in square kilometers. Okay, both. That's the area there. Population, a little bit over 8 million people. A little bit over 1 million people. International airport, there are 2. Airports, there are 2. Whereas in London, there are 6, remember. But here in New York, there are 2. John F. Kennedy International and LaGuardia. Okay, which is more for national flights, local flights. So, yes, only 2 international airports. They're big, though. They're very, very big. But, yeah, only 2, only 2. Now, what is New York famous for? A million things. But number 1, the Statue of Liberty. That is one of them. Okay. So Gustavo says, I take after my father. All right. Thank you, Gustavo. Like me. Okay. You take after your father. I take after my father as well. So the Statue of Liberty is very famous in the States, of course, in New York. The Empire State Building with 102 floors and 443.2 meters. That's pretty big. Okay. It was considered until the late 70s, I believe. It was considered the tallest building in the world, but then came the Twin Towers and many others. So right now, I think it's number 7 or 8. I'm not sure. Number 7 or 8 around the world. Okay, now Central Park, of course, an iconic place. If you visit New York, don't forget that. Brooklyn Bridge, very, very famous in movies and TV series, as I said yesterday and the day before yesterday. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, yes, very famous. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that one, but it's very famous. I haven't seen the next one either. The National 9/11 Memorial and Museum. That was fairly new compared to the others, of course. And last but not least, we have the famous yellow cabs. Okay, all right. So those are very famous places to visit New York and to see New York if you ever go there. I recommend you to go, but please don't go there in the winter because it is too cold. I was there 3 times. I've been there 3 times in the winter. It's too cold. It's just too cold. I recommend it. I recommend it. New Yorker. Okay, all right. Now let's see what else I have prepared for you. Today's joke. Okay, this one is this one is okay. It's a little bit different. Okay, I hope you like the joke, the conversation here. Okay, it goes like this. A man is talking on the phone and he says, I thought the event went good. And Mr. Grammar says, went well. The guy on the phone continues talking and he says, but this year there were less people. And grammar man says, fewer people. The man on the phone says, hang on, some dude here is literally shouting his head off. And the guy, grammar man says, nope, my head is firmly attached. So that is a man trying to correct another guy on the phone. So you don't say the event went good, you say went well. You don't say there were less people, you say fewer people. And you don't say, well, the last one is kind of idiomatic, but yes. So, okay, these are the adventures of Grammar Man. Okay, many people, even native speakers, make mistakes sometimes, and so even in Spanish we make mistakes also. So we are not flawless. Okay, we are people who make mistakes all the time. But yeah, so remember, you don't say it went good, it went well, and you say less people, you say fewer people. Okay, very good. So let's see what else I have for you today. Okay, today inspirational thought. This one is good. I hope you like it as much as I did when I saw it, and that's why I decided to include it here. It goes like this: learning a language should not be a race to fluency. You've got to enjoy the process, learning new words and making new connections. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Take things slow and have fun with it. Okay, let me read it again because it's good. Learning a language, in this case English, should not be a race to fluency. You've got to enjoy the process, learning new words and making new connections. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Take things slow and have fun with it. In other words, with the process. So it takes time. Learning a language takes time. Learning karate, learning how to play tennis, learning many things, skills. It takes time. Some people will take longer than others. It depends on the age, the talent, the teacher that you have. But in the end, everything takes time. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth it. Everybody will be able to do it. If English were easy or it was easy, everybody would be able to speak it. So it's not. It just takes time. It just takes time and patience. Time and patience. Okay, both time and patience. Most people are very impatient. That's the problem. So you're gonna learn something. You're gonna be patient. You're gonna be patient. Otherwise, forget. All right. So to learn more, subscribe to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is Online English School. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like the video, and share it with other people who might enjoy learning about phrasal verbs using take. Okay, so don't forget. Now, if anybody wants to have classes with me, I have 3 more this evening, and I'm going to be very busy. But if anybody wants classes, I still have a few openings. Please let me know. You can call me on the number on the screen, +34 663 072251, or you can call me or contact me through my email address, gmailexpress@gmail.com. Okay, so that's all, folks. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day, and I'll be back next week with another exciting level or class for this level B2. Remember, tomorrow, Friday, I'll be back with level C1, and tomorrow we are going to talk about the benefits of sleep or the benefits of sleeping. Okay, so Gustavo says, by learning a new language, you get to know new cultures too. I totally agree. Yes, sir. I totally agree with you, Gustavo. I couldn't agree with you more. You're totally right. Mario says, Jason, see you next week. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Likewise, Mario. Thank you, Mario, Chris, and Gustavo for being there, and many others maybe who will be watching later. Thank you for your attention. Have a wonderful week, the rest of the week and weekend. And if you're going to join me tomorrow, you will be more than welcome. If not, otherwise, I'll see you next week. Okay? Take care and God bless you. Bye.